Hello and welcome to Nutridor Abivia presents Colors Food Trail, brought to you by our hygiene partners Clorox in association with Moksh Restaurant and Lounge, Pinar, Nizo Salt and Arm & Hammer Baking Soda. Well, I have a little bit of a bittersweet taste in my mouth because this is our season finale. But what I am thrilled about is that today we are going to be exploring flavors from down south. Well, let's meet our guest before we set off on another food trail and another food adventure, plate by plate.
Hi, I'm Meera, and I started off my career as a singer and then as an actor, and then I tried my hand at radio. Right now, I am a radio jockey. I am a foodie. Like, I love food. If I crave something at, say, 1 a.m., I make sure I get it. That's the kind of a foodie I am. I love food.
I am so excited about the journey that we're going to take today, and so lucky to be standing next to both of these wonderful people. So let's start with Chef Abs. Chef Abs is a culinary expert, right?
You can say that.
Who's explored cuisines from around the world, and I think his forte actually lies in combining these cuisines to create new food adventures.
Fusion style.
Fusion style, absolutely. And this wonderful lady, Meera, is a social media superstar. She's an actress, she's a radio presenter, and well, she's passionate about her South Indian food.
Oh, absolutely. 100%.
Okay, so let's start by talking about where you grew up and what kind of food for you is your comfort food.
Absolutely, my comfort food would be a 100% Kerala food.
Okay.
A proper Mallu food at any time of the day, any time of the night.
Lovely.
I can have it with full heart.
Lovely, lovely. So you grew up in Kochi?
Yeah, I grew up in Kochi. I was
Lovely.
born and brought up there.
And when did you move here to the UAE?
2014.
And
that was for radio.
And it so happens that with the UAE being at the center of the world, really, you're always flying in and out of somewhere, right? So where are all the places that you visited on holidays, and what are those experiences like?
So even before coming to the UAE,
Right.
I had to travel to different places for work.
Right.
Because I was into movies, I used to go to all these places, but it's only after coming to the UAE that I actually became a foodie. Like, I started loving food because
I mean, this place is amazing, and Dubai has so many options, and we are multicultural here.
Absolutely.
So you can find multi cuisines here.
The best of the best.
Best of the best. Correct.
So when it comes to food and travel, what are some of the cuisines that you've explored when you're traveling that really stay with you? You know, those tastes really stay with you.
So if not Kerala food, I would love to have something Italian.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's my forte.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
something Italian.
I think actually Indian and Italian culture have so much in common, right? Our loud gestures, our love for
Passionate
family.
about food, that's the one
passionate
thing,
about
yeah.
food, music, dance,
But
loud.
the flavors are completely different.
Different, yeah.
Polar opposites.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
in Indian cuisine, we tend to combine many ingredients, but Italian believes in only couple of two or three ingredients together. So their food is tomatoes, basil, salt, pepper, Parmesan cheese. That's it.
Lovely,
Done. While you
lovely.
look in India, you have a biryani with 20 different ingredients.
Minimum.
Yeah.
It would be spicy also
Yes.
in India.
Yeah, in
absolutely.
Italy you don't find the spiciness.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Now, for us to embark on this food adventure, we need you to tell us a little bit more about that one dish that you would like to sort of set us up as a challenge for. Something that we can then take and then travel around the world with.
So I basically like vegetarian food.
Okay.
And today I feel like chicken.
Okay. Today you feel like chicken. All right. So we've got chicken, we've got hardcore Kerala cuisine, and of course we've got Italy.
Italy,
so
yeah.
what are you going to do with that, chef?
Now let's combine these two countries together and make a roast chicken.
Okay.
Now in Kerala, you have a pepper roast chicken, you have a dry roast chicken. So the roasting thing is quite popular in Kerala.
Yeah.
So I want to take that one, infused with Italian cuisine. So let's say I will take the roast chicken, Kerala style, and then I will serve it with some polenta mash with some Parmesan cheese and mozzarella into it. And then to finish off with sundal.
Brilliant.
Oh, wow. Wow, that is
That
fantastic.
sounds only delicious to me.
Yeah. And do you have much of a sweet tooth?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, who doesn't?
So among all the South Indian desserts that you have, what is the one that really holds a special place in your heart?
See, I'm a true Mallu inside out. I love paisam.
Paisam it is. Okay. And what are we going to do with paisam then?
So let's say payasam, classic dessert. Let's say tiramisu, classic from Italy.
Oh, wow.
And let's do payasam tiramisu.
Paisam tiramisu it is.
I really can't wait, Malavika.
Well, your wish is our command, but we'll get cooking after a short break. Welcome back to Nutridor BVR presents Colors Food Trail, brought to you by our hygiene partners Clorox in association with Moksh Restaurant and Lounge, Arm & Hammer Baking Soda, Nizo Salt and Pinar. All right, now we've got quite a challenge on our hands.
Yes.
And I can see that the table is set. So Chef, walk us through what you're going to be making us
We're
today.
going to start with chicken first. We're going to marinate the chicken and roast it. I'm just going to have a little twist to it now because obviously normal in home, you just take the chicken and roast with all the spices. But here, I want to use a labne cheese.
Okay.
And I'm going to marinate the chicken with labne. First, I'm going to take the chicken pieces. I'm taking chicken thigh here because chicken thigh has a lot of flavors in it. You know, when you take chicken breast, it is tender and juicy, but at the same time, it tends to be chewy. So I'm taking the chicken thigh here, which
This
is
happens to be my favorite as well.
Oh, that's great, that's great, that's
Because
great.
you needn't fight with the bone.
Yeah, it's boneless also, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm using this Pinar labne, which is going to give a nice creaminess to your chicken. So when I make the chicken, it's not going to be too dry. It's going to have that moisture and creaminess to it.
Right, so
Okay.
that yogurty kind of texture is now
True,
used.
yes.
Okay.
Then here we're going to add some spices to it. A little bit of chili powder, garam masala, and obvious cumin and coriander.
Isn't that a very sort of North Indian flavor to add? Even the garam masala, the...
Yes, it is North Indian thing, you know, but anyway, I'm taking India only. Okay, that's ready. So I'm gonna just keep it this one here. Now we're gonna roast it in a pan. So I'm gonna have some oil here. I'm gonna add some curry leaves
Of
to
course.
give that nice aroma.
South Indian flavor.
Yeah.
I think that big red chili and kadhi patta is the classic
Exactly.
South Indian
Yes,
taste,
it
right?
has to be
Without
there.
that, it won't happen.
Yeah. So here what we're gonna do, we're gonna put our chicken pieces and then roast them nicely. Now the chicken is cracking there. I'm just gonna use Nizo Himalayan pink salt.
Lovely. Full of goodness, full of flavor,
Yeah.
good for you, full of minerals. It's all the good stuff, right?
True.
Okay.
Look
that
at-
color looks absolutely divine.
And the smell is
And the smell,
so
yeah.
good.
Almost done.
Yeah, almost done. I'm just gonna sprinkle a little bit of coriander.
Oh, that color.
This is ready. The roast chicken is ready. Now with this one, we're gonna serve polenta mash in Italian style. So let's do that one. I'm gonna just keep this aside.
Sure.
So let's start our polenta. Now obviously, I want to give a little Indian touch to it. So
Right.
I'm gonna do polenta in little Indian style. So I'm gonna add some oil here. Polenta is basically a cornmeal. So as you can see, this is nice and refined cornmeal.
Lovely.
It's very grainy, and when you cook it, it doesn't come out like and what we have semolina, which is
Right.
completely different. Semolina is always breaking,
Right.
but the polenta comes out like a mushy, like a potato mash, gooey.
Right.
So we're going to use that one here now. I'm going to add a little bit of cumin seeds. Bit of garlic. Not adding too much, as I already use the garlic and the cumin
And the
in the chicken.
flavoring in the chicken,
This
yeah.
is just to give that the base flavor. Just 1 piece of chili. Okay, so here I'm going to add just 2 pieces of curry leaves. Okay, here I'm going to add some polenta and dry roast it. Like basically like upma, as you can see here.
Right.
It looks like a texture like upma, but when you cook it, it's going to be a little sticky. A bit of water.
So where is polenta from in that sense? Is it
It's
essentially
Italian
an Italian?
thing. In Mexico, it's called masa harina.
Okay.
Which is again, they make the dishes like tamal, which is like they wrap this polenta or say cornmeal, and they put the meat inside, they wrap in a leaf, and they steam it. Here
Yeah.
I'm going to add a little bit of Parmesan cheese, just to give that saltiness to the polenta, and a little bit of cheddar cheese, just to give that cheesiness.
Wowee!
As
I
you
can
can see,
imagine it.
I know.
While you guys enjoy the chicken, I'm going to be enjoying the polenta.
I let it cook for 2-3 minutes so the polenta get nicely cooked. It's not raw inside. As you
Right.
can get the aroma of that curry leaves and chili
Yeah.
and cumin all coming together. And as you can see, it's gooey.
Right.
Let's plate the chicken.
Let's plate it.
Okay, the roast chicken with polenta mash. So I'm going to take the chicken piece. Okay, coat with some pistachio.
Oh, wow.
Okay, that's our pistachio there. Okay, I'm gonna add some the Kerala touch, the chickpea and coconut sundal. And to give the little sweetness to this dish, I'm adding the pomegranate seeds.
And color, right?
Yes, and the colors.
What a pretty color. Brilliant.
That's it.
Oh, wow. Well,
That's
it's time to eat.
Please.
Time to eat.
I don't
Come on,
feel like
Meera.
destroying this. I just want to see this as it is.
So let's taste our roast chicken with polenta mash.
I'll go.
Go
Yes,
for
please,
it.
please.
Meera, it's all yours. It's all yours.
So how am I supposed to eat this with this?
Just the polenta mash and the sundal and everything together, so you get all the flavors.
all the different flavors, yeah.
Okay. I'll take some of this as well. I just didn't feel like destroying the look of it.
All the
No
lovely
problem.
plating.
It's so good. It's so good, meaning it's so yum.
Thank you. And the chicken
I mean,
is,
it's so flavorful.
yeah, and the chicken is very tender.
Like you said, it has got the Kerala flavor because of the coconut.
Yeah, and the
And-
cumin and the,
Yeah.
and the curry leaves, yeah, curry patta, yeah.
yeah.
Also, because of all the cheese and what do you call it?
Labne and the mozzarella
polenta?
inside.
The polenta,
Yeah,
yeah.
the polenta, yeah.
That gave the Italian essence. I mean, all the cheese and everything.
Yeah, true.
It's yum. I really think you should try it.
Oh no, feel no guilt, feel no guilt. That plate is all yours, Meera. All yours. And no one else has any rights to it. But we're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we're going to put together two absolute classics, tiramisu and paisam.
Absolutely.
Will they like each other? You'll find out after the break. And welcome back. This is the last bit of the last episode for this season of Nutridor Abivia Presents Colors Food Trail. It's of course brought to you by our hygiene partners Clorox in association with Moksha Restaurant and Lounge, Pinar, Nizo Salt and Arm & Hammer Baking Soda. Well, we're on to a very, very interesting mix that we have on this table, right?
Yeah.
On one side, there's the classic paisam.
Payasam, and then other side we have tiramisu.
Now, both of these dishes are such that you don't want to mess with them. Because
True.
people are, they feel these very intense feelings for both paisam and tiramisu, right?
Yeah.
And you want to be a purist about it, but here you go daring to put them two together. Why?
She's from Kerala, she loved payasam, and I thought that why not, and she loves Italy. So I thought let's take two classic dishes together and make something out of it. I know I'm daring for a big thing. Let's hope that this will be a great.
Well, let's hope and let's get cooking.
Let's get cooking, yeah. So first thing I'm going to do here, I'm going to make payasam, and pretty much the simple thing that everyone does it, I'm going to do the same thing. We're going to cook in a ghee.
Ooh.
Okay, I'm not going to use the jaggery here. I'm going to use the abivia milk, evaporated milk, which is just going to give a nice flavor to my payasam. Ghee is melted now. Here, I'm going to add some nuts.
Ah, this is the best smell in the world, right?
Absolutely. And this is my favorite bit, the dessert.
I mean, everyone who had a dessert on our show, it was amazing.
I couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
I couldn't agree more.
Let's see how this goes then.
All right,
So
so the
we're going to
nuts are
add
in.
some payasam here. Now our the noodles are roasted, vermicelli are crispy.
I love the smell.
Me too.
Yeah, the ghee and the nuts and everything is coming out.
divine.
So
Yeah.
here I'm going to use abivia evaporated milk.
Lovely.
Yeah, and it has a little sweetness to it.
Beautiful. So, Abivia evaporated milk is also, by the way, very, very rich in proteins. It's got low cholesterol. So, a great addition to all of your desserts in whatever form you may be making them, whether that be a tiramisu or a paisam.
Yeah, and the good thing about this one is that, as you can see, the milk is already thick. So you don't have to cook too long.
Correct.
So it just condense down. Okay, I'm going to add one more of this.
A nice little
It
kitchen
actually
hack.
adds a beautiful color as
Yes,
well, right?
true,
Yeah.
yeah. Here you go.
Oh, yum. So without the Abivia evaporated milk, it would take hours to come down to this consistency, right? So it's much easier,
Much easier, yeah.
much faster.
For people who are in a hurry, can
Yeah. Yes, definitely, yeah. Here I'm going to add some sugar. Obviously, the milk already has some sweetness, so I'm going to keep the sugar level a little low. I'm just using the powdered sugar. You can use normal sugar also, no problem. And I will let it simmer for 10 to 15 minutes. Payasam is getting ready.
Superb.
So while that is getting ready, let's make the mix for the tiramisu.
Lovely.
Okay, for that, I'm going to need some mascarpone cheese. In here, I'm going to add some sugar,
Lovely.
some orange zest. Now, in tiramisu, normally, traditionally, they put a little bit of orange zest
Why though?
to give that flavor. You know, it's like aroma. When you eat the mascarpone cheese, that orange zest aroma comes and it's really hitting your nose. So that's a good thing about that one. So I'm going to use that one and I'm going to add some cream to it. This is just to loosen up the mascarpone cheese because it's quite tight,
Yeah.
to make it soft.
It looks only so good.
Yeah. It amazes me how many flavors, how many ingredients go into making one simple thing that is over in 10 mouthfuls, right?
I know, and they make it look so easy, right? That's what I was thinking.
That's what our job is. Okay, so the mix is ready here and the payasam is also ready. As you can see, it's nice and thick. It's reduced
Superb.
so quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm just going to let it cool down because for tiramisu, I will need this one as a cold one.
Okay.
So the payasam is cooked. As you can see, it's cooled down and nice and thick and creamy.
Yeah.
Yeah, yummy.
The wait is ending.
So we're going to start the tiramisu. For that, I have this mascarpone cheese which we mixed earlier
Yeah.
in a piping bag.
Wow.
That's ready. The next thing I'm going to do here now, I'm just going to dip this lady finger into coffee, which is coffee and water, nothing else. I have not added any sugar because these lady fingers, as you can see, they are coated with sugar already.
Right.
So I don't need extra sugar there.
And that's just
Just
regular
dipping.
instant coffee and
Yeah,
water.
you can use instant coffee. If you have another coffees like a fresh roasted coffee, that would be great. But at home, I don't think you can do that.
Yeah.
In restaurant, we do that.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have this layer. Then again, I'm gonna. Okay, before that, I'm gonna just add this payasam now.
That's the next layer.
Okay. So you have that nice and creamy payasam going on that lady finger. Again, I'm gonna use this my mascarpone mix. Like watching it like an amazing. Just gonna add raspberry here. Look at that.
Oh, wow.
Beautiful. Again, I'm gonna take some.
How do you eat this?
Yeah.
You just want to stare at it.
Again, I'm gonna take a
Until
second.
you take the first bite.
Oh, I know. Then you can't stop.
Then you're devouring it all the way.
Just quickly dipping it again. Just gonna sprinkle some cocoa powder.
Oh, that's cocoa.
Yes.
Ooh.
Okay, just to get that chocolate flavor into that one. Again, I'm gonna do the
Paisam layer.
payasam layer.
Ah, so pretty. It's like chocolate snowfall. Beautiful.
Look at that.
Truly a work of art.
So now it's still not finished. Wait for the magic.
What?
The magic began here. Boom.
Oh, wow!
Now that's your tiramisu.
It feels like, can I touch it?
Yeah.
Feels like Dubai on a foggy morning,
Yes.
right?
That's your Burj Khalifa.
Ooh!
I so badly miss my phone here. I just taken a brilliant story.
True.
Wow! It's stunning.
I know, right?
Beautiful. Oh my God! After that dramatic entry, I know, right? It's time for the hero to finally,
Taste.
yeah, be put to the test.
Brilliant.
All yours, Meera.
I really can't wait. I'll take the spoon.
Yes. Just try to take everything together, go down. Yeah, hold it.
It's okay if I hold. No
Yeah,
smoke will come.
No smoke will come.
Okay. Do you want?
No, it's
Some?
all yours.
Please try.
All yours, all
Go,
yours.
go.
Go for it. You're the guest of honor.
So good. It's really good.
Thank you. See, that's a pretty obvious expression that every single person came and tasted our dessert.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And I'm wondering if I'll finish the whole thing.
Oh, don't you worry. You've got help. You've got help. It's fine. It's fine. Incredible,
Go for
incredible.
it.
Oh my God. It is so incredible. I'm sorry. I'm
I really want to. I'm wondering if I should.
I'm not going to stop. I'm
No,
not going
please
to
go ahead.
stop.
So how's the two classic flavor combining together?
You know, you never thought that paisam could taste like this. And what's amazing is that you've retained the authenticity of the paisam and it's got that light tiramisu flavor, so it doesn't have that density. It's just light and it's fresh and it feels like a
Exactly.
summer day.
See,
it's amazing.
I've had the paisam, this paisam, vermicelli paisam, for n number of times.
Yeah.
But this one is completely different from whatever I've had.
Yeah, it's like reimagined and yet it's the same.
Exactly. It's not too sweet. It's just the correct amount
It's
of
just
sweetness and everything.
It's just right.
And the
It's,
coffee gives you a little bit of kick.
yeah. It's a double classic.
Double class.
It's a double classic.
Now, if you want to taste food like this, amazing innovation, creativity, you have to come to Moksh. And I'm going to invite you to come down to our restaurant and enjoy our experience.
Brilliant.
This is
I
from the
really
Moksh.
can't wait.
Thank
Thank
you
you
very
so much.
Wow. I've got to say this, Meera, we couldn't have a sweeter end to this incredible season.
Absolutely.
Chef, I think, over the last couple of episodes, you've really taught us how to reimagine food and to recreate all the lovely classics, whether it's been Rajma Chawal or Paisam, you somehow managed to retain that authenticity and bring new adventures to every single plate.
It's been amazing season. We have seen so many people and everyone was so happy with
Yeah.
our food. And we're looking for next one.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, slowly as the world starts to open up and as you start to travel and taste new things, we hope that you continue to keep the adventure alive on the taste buds as well as around the world. Thank you so much. It's been a wonderful, wonderful season and thank you for watching.
Thank you.